From mighty warriors to cunning rulers, the Bible introduces us to some truly dangerous men. Men whose actions, power, or influence shaped the course of history. Whether they wielded weapons, commanded armies, or schemed in secret, their stories reveal the complex nature of human ambition, loyalty, and betrayal. This is the story of 6 of the most dangerous men found in the Bible. Stay with us as we explore their lives, legacies, and the lessons they leave behind. 1. Cain, the first murderer, Genesis 4:1-16. Cain, the firstborn son of Adam and Eve, becomes one of the most infamous figures in the Bible. Both Cain and his brother Abel offer sacrifices to God, but while God favors Abel's offering, he rejects Cain's. Enraged and jealous, Cain lures Abel into a field and kills him, committing the first murder in human history. When God confronts him, Cain denies any responsibility, saying, "Am I my brother's keeper?" God punishes Cain by banishing him, but in an act of grace, he marks Cain to protect him from harm. Cain's story highlights the danger of unchecked jealousy, bitterness, and pride. 2. Pharaoh of Egypt, the hardened ruler, Exodus 5-14. Pharaoh, the ruler of Egypt during Moses' time, is one of the most stubborn and dangerous figures in the Bible. When Moses demands that Pharaoh free the Israelites from slavery, the king refuses, and God sends a series of devastating plagues upon Egypt. Yet Pharaoh's heart remains hardened. From the Nile turning to blood to the death of the firstborn, Pharaoh's arrogance brings his kingdom to ruin. He finally lets the Israelites go, but soon regrets his decision and pursues them with an army. His recklessness ends in tragedy when his forces drown in the Red Sea. Pharaoh represents the dangers of tyranny, pride, and resistance to divine authority. 3. King Saul, the paranoid monarch, 1 Samuel 9-31. Saul, Israel's first king, starts as a humble ruler chosen by God. However, he becomes increasingly paranoid and dangerous, especially toward David, whom God anoints as the future king. Saul grows obsessed with eliminating David, seeing him as a threat to his throne. At one point, Saul tries to pin David to the wall with a spear, and on several occasions, he leads armies to hunt him down. His jealousy and paranoia drive him to consult a witch in Endor, ultimately sealing his tragic downfall. Saul's life is a cautionary tale about how fear and insecurity can lead even the most promising leaders to ruin. 4. Jezebel, the ruthless queen, 1 Kings 16-21, 2 Kings 9. Although Jezebel isn't a man, her influence over her husband, King Ahab, and her ruthless pursuit of power make her one of the most dangerous figures in the Bible. She introduces Baal worship into Israel and mercilessly hunts down the prophets of God. Jezebel manipulates events behind the scenes to ensure the murder of Naboth, whose vineyard her husband desires. Her reign of terror ends when the prophet Elijah confronts her, declaring God's judgment upon her house. Years later, Jezebel is thrown from a window and dogs devour her body, fulfilling Elijah's prophecy. Jezebel's story reveals the dangers of unchecked ambition and manipulation. 5. Herod the Great, the paranoid tyrant, Matthew 2:1-18. Herod the Great, the king of Judea, is known for his architectural achievements and ruthless grip on power. However, he becomes infamous for one horrific act, the massacre of the innocents. When Herod learns from the wise men that a new king of the Jews has been born, he orders the murder of all male children in Bethlehem under 2 years of age, hoping to eliminate the Christ child. Herod's cruelty and paranoia dominate his reign, as he even executes members of his own family out of fear they might usurp his throne. His story reveals the danger of unchecked ambition and the lengths to which a tyrant will go to maintain power. 6. Judas Iscariot, the betrayer, Matthew 26:14-16, 47-50, Luke 22, 3-6. Judas Iscariot, one of Jesus' 12 disciples, is remembered as the ultimate betrayer. For 30 pieces of silver, Judas agrees to hand Jesus over to the chief priests, setting in motion the events that lead to the crucifixion. At the Last Supper, Jesus predicts his betrayal, but Judas follows through with his plan, leading a mob to arrest Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. Overcome with guilt, Judas returns the silver and hangs himself. His story serves as a powerful warning about the destructive consequences of greed and betrayal. The lives of these 6 men, Cain, Pharaoh, Saul, Jezebel, Herod, and Judas, offer us a sobering reminder of the consequences of unchecked ambition, jealousy, fear, and betrayal. They lived dangerously, not only because of their power or actions, but because they opposed God's will. Yet, even in their stories, we see glimpses of divine mercy, justice, and redemption. What lessons do their lives hold for us today? Perhaps the most important one is this: we always have a choice. We can follow the path of pride, fear, and betrayal, or we can choose faith, humility, and obedience to God. The choice is ours.
For more Bible content, remember to subscribe, like and turn on your notification bell.